Brad Dexter on TikTok said, I heard they had a booth set up where you could pay $2.50 to see a 6 foot tall man eating chicken.
Mm. Well, I mean, I don't think I would pay that.
So on today's episode of the Boomer Backfield, we're doing a little something different because, to be honest, there's nothing going on with OU right now. So we decided to scroll through a little bit of comments and kind of see what you guys were saying about some of the posts that we've been posting, and it did not disappoint at all. Some of you have strong opinions, others just want to talk. Both are good. We love the conversation. Keep it up. But
Hmm.
these are a few that we just found that we decided that we should talk about because we thought they're either pretty funny or interesting. So
Yeah.
without further ado, who wants to get us started?
I can start us off serious on a serious note
Ooh,
because
this
this
why
comment
so
really actually got me
serious?
thinking. Got me. It opened my eyes. It opened
Oh,
my eyes.
Oh wow.
Justin Glover off Facebook talking about Jaydn Knott. Dude didn't play any competition. Look at what happened to Boise State and Ginty in the playoffs. They shut him down. Same thing going to
mm,
happen to this kid in the SEC, especially with that suspect O line.
mm,
Suspect.
This really got me thinking. I was like, wait, Justin's got it. I completely agree with that. Actually, I've never thought that there's a talent issue in the running back room. I thought Tawi was great. I
yep,
think we thought Javante Barnes and Gavin Sawchuk was great. Taylor Tatum's great. Xavier Robinson's great. And it made me start thinking, it's like, did we ever have a talent issue at the running back room in these past 3 years? Or was it a combination of other issues like the O line, maybe the running back coach, maybe the offensive scheme? And I don't know. It just really got me thinking. I was like, is another talented running back in this room full of talented running backs really going to just completely change the running back room?
yeah,
Especially when Justin is absolutely right.
yeah. I mean, the the only thing I'd say is like last year our O line was miserable, so that's
Mhm.
different. But I really would like to think that our O line is better than Boise State's O line. Like I would like to think that, especially this year in particular, like this year with our new additions in the
Well,
port.
I think I can agree with you, but Boise State's O line is better than, or our O line is probably better than Boise State's O line probably this upcoming year. But Boise State wasn't playing Tennessee, Alabama, LSU, Texas.
Yeah,
Very, very large difference there. So, especially
yeah,
in the D line category. So, you can't just have a better than Boise State O line to have a good run game here. You have to have a really, really good O line.
yeah,
And I think another thing is also like everything we've seen out of this kid was in the Mountain West Conference. You know what I mean? Or the ACC last year
yeah,
Pac-12.
out of Cal.
But okay.
I was stuck on Boise State. Yeah, and just the ACC was just dog water last year. Like I
yeah,
just very questionable. Just very questionable. And I think the point to wrap it all up is like I wasn't even mad at the running back room. So it's like I don't know if he's going to come in here and be a game changer is all I'm saying.
yeah,
I mean they say that Ashton Jeanty didn't perform well against Penn State, but he ran for 104. I mean, yeah, he had 30 carries, three and a half a carry. That's not the worst stat line. But then again, I feel like it's not Ashton Jeanty playing Penn State. It's Ashton Jeanty's O line had to go against Penn State's D line. Like that's a big difference. If you put Ashton Jeanty with a solid SEC O line, he's a dog. I'll put money on it. He's a dog. There's a reason
yeah,
he'll be a first round draft pick. If NFL teams are saying, "Hey, I don't care who this guy played. He could have played the school of deaf and blind," and they would be like, "We'll take him. We're looking at him. He runs the ball." I think it's more of a like for him at least it was yards after contact, and I think Jaydn Ott it's more of his style of he's just explosive. Like once he's going, he's gone. We haven't had that in forever. Like I mean maybe Sawchuk I guess, but when does Sawchuk get gone? Every once every 4 games maybe. I just
yeah,
feel like we haven't had someone. Everyone in the running back room is like all together. We need somebody that's out here, clear number one, clear whatever. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like
yeah.
that's that's my take on it. I feel like
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know, something to think on, something to think on.
Think I do concern my concern would be like I think he could get mixed up in with all those other four guys. If I mean I feel like with the history we've had the past few years, it's like man, we could just be dealing with another average running back.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, it's kind of up to him to separate himself, I feel like. And then if DeMarco
Yeah.
doesn't put him in the game, and that's a whole nother topic.
DeMarco's going to put him in the game. We probably spent quite a bit of money on Jaydn Knott.
Yeah, I don't think that
I
the
mean,
problem
that's
I don't
fair.
think
He's gonna
is
play.
be him getting in the game. It'll be like, what can he do with the O-line that he's got? And I think that also, I mean, we're going to go back to the same question we're always asking last year is, will the O-line actually be good? Will it make an improvement? Will they get
Yeah.
better?
That's fair.
Hopefully.
I hope so. I feel like they will. I feel
Our
like they
whole
will.
O-line is from Stanford, feels like.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's who Jaydn Knott was playing against, baby. Or
Yeah.
I guess that's who his teams were playing or whatever.
We're
Yeah.
getting a bunch of ACC guys to come play in
Yeah,
the
let's
SEC.
go.
Could be a disaster.
We're ready.
Could be a disaster.
We'll see though.
My comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This was on our video. There's tons of comments. If you guys want to go check out our Jaydn O'Neal videos. You'll be entertained, I promise. Go look in the comments. So this comment was about Bo Bentley avoiding Jaydn O'Neal at the Elite 11, him going to Florida while Jaydn O'Neal was in Texas. We were also talking about how Jaydn O'Neal is an elite recruiter for other people. This guy says, Seatbelt Mafia. He says, Kevin Sperry did the same thing, talking about recruiting, and then he bounced. He said, so that doesn't mean jack. And Bentley going to Florida was genius. Why would you put your kid in a position that could hurt you when you don't have to? Would you tell your son different? They are both ballers. A little bit to unpack right there. Kevin Sperry stuff, whatever, cool. Yeah, he bounced. Awesome. Great. Saying that Bo Bentley running from competition is genius is absurd. And I hope you never have kids that want to play competitive sports because they're cooked. Hey, buddy. Hey, let's go over here so we don't have to play the best of the best. Let's do that.
Most parents pay money to get their kid at the best of the best. Lots of money to travel to wherever the best of the best are.
Like that doesn't make sense. Why would you? If you're so good, go put yourself against the actual best of the best and see how you stack up. I feel like in my head that makes the most sense. That's what I would want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if I wanted to just like other people are going to see that, I feel like it's not just going to be them. Like coaches are going to be like, "Oh, hey, why didn't you go here and you went here where there's less competition?" I don't know. And then both ballers, you know, that's a dead horse. We're beating a dead horse right there.
Yeah.
I do have something to say about this. I'm playing a little bit of devil's advocate, but not really. If you just hear me out for a second, right? If you have your son, right, and he's a really good player, but he's not necessarily elite, right? The problem is that if you go where the best are, even though he's probably pretty good, he's still going to kind of fade into the middle, lower of the pack if he's at an event where the best are. But if you want to give your son the best opportunity to get recruited or seen or things like that, I don't know. Maybe I would take my kid to Florida.
I think we're getting to the point where it's like the guy that commented this is just proving our point that obviously Bo Bentley does not believe he is better than Jaydn O'Neal. Because if he was very, very confident that he was better than Jaydn O'Neal, he would have showed up to wherever Jaydn O'Neal was and beat him outright 1-on-1, right next to him in those camps or wherever they were at. And obviously, he doesn't want to do that. So, yeah, I think Colby's getting to the point where it's just like, I mean, if Bo Bentley was better, he would go play him, but he's not confident in that fact, so he's going to avoid that.
Exactly. And in turn, he can stand out at a place where there's less competition, which would give him more stars, more credibility. So in all reality, it kind of is a genius move by his parents. To be completely honest, it is a smart move by his parents.
It's only a genius move if Bo Bentley isn't actually as good as Jaydn O'Neal, and they know that.
Yes.
If Bo Bentley is in fact better than Jaydn O'Neal, it's a terrible move because, I mean, Jaydn O'Neal and him are practically at a one-on-one at this point. But
exactly.
Yeah.
But if you also, you go look at it, Bo Bentley on, I think it's like 247 is in like quarterback rankings, I think is like 10 spots above Jaydn O'Neal.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're looking for stars and whatever, he's already better. He's better, guys. He is better than Jaydn O'Neal, according to all these whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you're right. I think he knows he would have got dog walk probably if he stays in his hometown and competes against Jaydn O'Neal. But, so I guess it is genius. My fault.
Yeah. It's just like a smart.
You're a scrub.
It's a smart move if if you don't think that you're as good as your competition, it is a smart move.
Hmm.
That it just is.
And I
But
think that's what we were
it,
kind of alluding at in the full
yeah,
pod is like he avoided competition. That is clearly a statement of I know I'm not as good as this other guy.
yeah,
It just
yeah,
it's an obvious statement.
yeah. So, man, well, that's interesting. I don't know. I'm sure people will comment about that in this podcast. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. This is a comment I found on one of our posts about the Crimson, or actually, Colin, do you have anything to add?
What? No.
Okay, my bad. So this is a comment that I found on a post about the Crimson Combine. Brad Dexter on TikTok said, I heard they had a booth set up where you could pay $2.50 to see a 6 foot tall man eating chicken.
Mm. Well, I mean, I don't think I would pay that.
I would stand outside the line and watch, unless they had like a protected booth.
They probably had a protected booth to shield the $2.50. I mean, you can get a pizza combo at Sam's for $2.50
Yeah,
Cheaper.
cheaper.
$2.47
Two
actually.
47. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it really is interesting. It really does.
I'm speechless
It
to
just
be honest with you.
if this whole thing is true, it's very symbolic of where OU football is at. We are
There's no way this can't be real.
can't be
This
true.
this is why I wish we were there, because I think I might have sent my degree back if I saw a booth that says $2.50, 6 foot tall man eating chicken.
Yeah.
I would have said, this is a joke. This is a circus.
Yeah, there's no way they had that.
I
I heard
I can't even.
well
I
from
don't even
people
want to
there,
believe it.
I've heard they said it felt like a circus themed. You had like
Petting
different they
zoo.
had different stands of different activities and things like that, and you could get on the field and
It's probably face painting and balloon animals and
Yeah.
probably a clown juggling footballs.
Oh, I guarantee you
yeah.
That's funny.
Um the Crimson Combine can't happen again. I think
absolutely insane.
I
Whether
think that
spring
needs to
game or
get
don't.
banned
That's pretty much it.
forever. That can never happen ever again.
It's just crazy to think that in the year of our Lord 2018, we were at the Rose Bowl
Yeah.
playing to go to the national championship, and
Yeah.
not 7 years later, we are doing a circus at Gaylord Memorial Family Stadium
Yeah.
on the sacred grounds of Owen Field. Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I think that wraps up today's podcast.
Yeah.
We're cooked. We're cooked.
Peace, guys.